Hello everyone and welcome to Sharing Vietnam, a 50-minute talk show of VTC 10. Today we have the honor to welcome main speaker from Vietnam Finance 2012, Mr. James Hatcher. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
You are the Managing Director, Asian Pacific of Seaburger.
Yes.
Could you share with us more about your company? Because as far as I know, your company has just appeared in the market of Vietnam.
Seaburger is a German software company. We've been in business 26 years now, and we focus on integration and managed file transfer. And I know most people don't know what that means. So integration is when you have many different software systems and they need to work together. Quite often you'll buy some software to do a special function inside an agency or inside a corporation, and then you need another software to do some other special function. And eventually you say, wait a minute, I have all these different systems, they need to share data between the systems. And then you say, okay, now I need to start sending data electronically outside to other companies, other organizations, to the government, or receive from the government. So we focus on integrating those systems and helping the electronic communication to the outside companies.
So how could your company started its business in Vietnam? You found a partner in Vietnam, or you do it on your own?
Seaburger's been in Asia Pacific for 8 years now. I've personally committed to the ASEAN region. I've moved to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and we're basing our ASEAN operations from KL. We've looked at each of the different countries, and of course Vietnam is a very special market, a unique culture, a very old culture.
Thank you for that.
I've enjoyed my time here so far. It's very interesting.
So up to now, how has been the cooperation with the Vietnamese partner?
Our partner here is DTT. DTT is very well known for consulting with the government on ICT strategy, with helping to develop Vietnam key projects in different areas. One recent project is Da Nang. They're working on the Da Nang project, which is ICT. So, of course, they have the experience and they understand the environment. So we see them as a very strategic partner, and we're very, very happy with the way things have begun.
How long have this cooperation lasted up to now?
We started at the beginning of the year. We've moved slowly because with any market, we had to get to know each other first. And we've come and we've given some training, both technical and sales and marketing training about our technology, how to introduce it. And then we've gone with them and we've talked to different agencies and different companies to understand what is the real environment in Vietnam. What are the problems here? Because our technology is very flexible, same like the plumbing. The plumbing can go to any room in the house. Our technology can integrate many, many different kinds of systems. Depending on what the problems are, then we know how to explain it properly for the environment. And how we actually helps us to see how, if you make the investment, how do we give the return?
Why did your company decide to appear in Vietnam's market during a really, a really difficult time of the economy around the world?
If anything, we've seen since the global financial crisis, our business has been booming. And it's specifically because if you've made all of these strategic investments in different software systems, it's a very big investment. You buy all the hardware, you buy the software, you install the software, you train all the people how to use it. Once it's in, to change that is very, very expensive. If you can integrate that system with the other system, and by combining the two, get the extra value that you need to do whatever the new situation is, it actually helps you extend the life of your existing investment and get more out of it. So we see that when the budgets are being reduced, that by doing integration, by doing managed file transfer, it actually helps them to use a smaller budget to get the result that they need to be successful.
In fact, the management, consolidation, transferring and securing data in many organizations and companies in Vietnam has been quite smooth through different channels such as SharePoint, media file upload, or simply standardized mail domain of each unit. However, organizations and companies in Vietnam are facing some challenges as the IT infrastructure was invested over different periods, leading to the incompatibility of the old software and the new software, or simply the data management system of independent units need to be focused, but facing difficulties as the cost for investment is huge, even using cloud computing. Therefore, finding new solutions at a reasonable cost, diverse features to meet the job requirements, but ensure absolute security requirements for the IT system for the organization and the company is not easy. In addition, any data management solutions also encounters a paradox that is high security, less friendly and more costly to use and vice versa.
Okay, so what do you think about the current situation of, for example, our company has special main of VTC. What do you think about this? Any other ways we can do apart from that solution?
Part of managed file transfer, there's three categories. There's system to system, which I've talked about a bit, where you integrate the different softwares. There's system to human. So the example would be in Malaysia. I get my, I have internet service, and I get the invoice as a PDF document through my email. They don't mail me the invoice anymore. That is a system that is generating the information and sending it to me as a human on the email. So there's system to human, and the last one is human to human. And in today's world, one of the problems is we have smartphones, we have tablets and pads and laptops, and so people are outside the company and they still need to use confidential company information. So part of managed file transfer is now integrating the corporate or agency system to the laptop and keeping the data secure, preventing hackers from being able to access that information. So it really works at three different levels: system to system, system to human, and human to human.
So a lot of people may think that the more complicated the system is, the more cost, the more money that you have to pay. How could your products, the product of Seaburger, solve this problem?
Again, we have very scalable solutions. We have the very low-cost portion for an SME, who, again, example would be a company that's manufacturing here that wants to export to US. If they're trying to sell to Walmart, they must do electronic order management. They will not accept paper, because for Walmart it's too expensive and it's too slow. They're dealing with suppliers all over the world. So as an SME, we have a solution that would allow them to do the electronic communication with a Walmart at a very low cost. For a large corporation or a government agency where they have very, very large systems that they need to integrate, or they have thousands of employees, then it's, of course, a scalable to a much larger system.
Seaburger customers will enjoy the lower operational costs, tighter SAP integration with SAP best practices, better security and compliance, scalability, and ease of use of the Seaburger Business Integration Suite. And we can modernize most infrastructures fast. Here's how. A single platform supports electronic transactions, paper transactions, and secure movement of any kind of data with managed file transfer and application integration. The integration server handles the modeling and execution of your business processes, exchanging trading partners' data in different formats across systems, extending SAP processes and best practices, and transmitting messages that keep people on track. And trading partner management, governance, and compliance. How do we consolidate B2B transactions, file exchange, and communications so fast? More than 25 years experience with 9,000 satisfied customers worldwide. Analysis and migration tools we've developed speed the work of automating transactions and document flow. Prior experience with your business partners means we can build out community management tools fast, and using best practices,
in the future, what can we do in order to promote more the solutions of your company and other companies in order to help the small and medium enterprises of Vietnam get more advantage from those solutions?
The ASEAN nations, the Asian countries, have a lot of similar growing pains, and they're at different speeds, different paces, but some of the similar issues come up. As far as the other one, I recently attended the Viet Nam Finance Conference. Now, that is very much government agency focused, but a lot of the discussion was actually about integration. And of course, with the issues with the global financial crisis, the slowing of many of the economies, if the government budget is being reduced, they need to be responsible to the citizens. How can we continue to improve, but do it at a reasonable cost? So that's how we're trying to fit into the market here. There are other conferences. I believe there's one retail banking that will happen in Ho Chi Minh City later this year. And again, we work with many of the banks. BCA, Bank Central Asia Indonesia, is one of our big customers there. And they're using our solution to do the electronic communication with the companies that need to do electronic banking. So it's very, very flexible. It's a case by case. But go online. You can search Managed File Transfer, or MFT, just the 3 letters. If you use a search engine, you'll find it. And it shows some of what the possibilities are. On the other side, we hope to work with some of the associations. I've worked closely in Singapore with some of the export associations, in Thailand with the purchasing association, and so we hope to begin doing some education through those channels as well.
So at least at the end of this year, what will be the target of your company in cooperation with your Vietnamese partner?
Well, I can't say by the end of this year, because in IT, the cycle of introducing and presenting and proving that it works, and then finally receiving a purchase order, can take anywhere from 6 months to a year. Occasionally in big complex situations, especially government, it can be even longer. But we do have the target to have some very good customers in the next 6 to 12 months. So hopefully by the end of the year, but most realistically early 2013.
Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Hatchers, for taking your time and joining us today. We wish that you and your Vietnamese partner will gain a great success in Vietnam in a short future.
Come on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us today. Send us an email at sharingvietnam@gmail.com if you have question or recommendation. See you next time.